Assalamu alaikum. Today we get the quick overview over the topic informal fallacy. Is a major topic of logic and critical thinking. As we know that logic is one of the key branch of philosophy, and through the logic we do the critical thinking. And whenever we put the argument, that argument is unsound. That must be might be a weakened argument, and we spot a bad argument, and there is a mistaken argument. That faulty argument is called what? The fallacy. So here we discuss the informal fallacy. First, we have to go with some slides, and then afterward, we will take a part from the book Arvind Kopi, from the chapter type of fallacy, informal fallacy, and in that book, the informal fallacy is divided into the four segments. So first, we have to take a quick overview on all type of fallacy. The fallacies are defect with the weakened argument. Fallacy means is a meaningful, deceitful act. Is creating an illusion. It's a trap. It's a it's a trick to manipulate by the words, by the emotion, and by the many petty stories. And the example of that type of fallacious reasoning mostly we found in the newspaper, magazine, in different speeches in debate, and social media content, and advertisement, and all other media sources. We have to be found many multiple informal fallacies are there. So, informal fallacy is divided into four. The first one, the relevance, the fallacy of relevance. Number two, fallacy of presumptions. Number three, fallacy of ambiguity. And the fourth one, the fallacy of deductive induction. These are the four types. So, have a look over it one by one. The first one, the fallacy of relevance. Fallacy of relevance shows that your premises is not relevant. Fallacy of relevance show that your conclusion is not match up or follow with the premises provided. Premises and the conclusion doesn't match with each other. They don't follow with each other, and conclusion arises is from the irrelevant claim. The major and the minor premises both are irrelevant. There is no relevancies are found when we presenting an argument. Okay, the next one is fallacy presumption, as the name, as the title of that type, presumption. What does it mean? Presupposition. Presumption means presupposition. Whenever we put the argument, we presume that, we suppose that this thing is that and this thing is that. We have our stereotyping. We are affected from some prejudice and halo effect, and presume that we take some assumption over the topic. If these things are the assumptions, and this things take place when following assumptions are fulfilled. So your judgment and the conclusion become biased because of these presumptions. And the next one is fallacy of defective induction. Defective inductions is that type of fallacy in which the facts induction means those argument which is based on the facts and the probability. And as everyone know, that defective means a faulty one. The facts provided for support of argument and conclusion is not sufficient. It is irrelevant. It is not match up with the actual conclusion or the premises. So defective induction, you can say that it is irrelevant to the premises, and their conclusion is not matched with the actual premises and the argument. So this one is the fallacy of defective induction. And the last one, the fourth one, is what? The fallacy of ambiguity. What does it mean? Unclear, doubleness, vagueness, where the meanings are not clear. So that type of fallacy committed when the argument and the premises and the words and jargons are used here is with multiple meaning, with the multiple concept. Here the meanings show the different perceptions and interpretations are there. So with the less clarity of the meaning, with the doubleness of the meaning, with the vagueness and emptiness of that word, that fallacy committed. So these have the further subdivision over it. Fallacy of relevance is like appeal to tradition and authority when you committed the fallacy on the basis of your custom and tradition and the norms and the values. Uh, we put the argument on the basis on the ground that this is a traditional term, this is a conventional word. And the next one is appeal to bandwagon. You can also say that the popular argument. Everybody is saying that, everybody is believing that, everybody is wearing that jacket, so I can too. So 90% people like Colgate, so you too also. This type of argument is a popular argument and is committed irrelevant to the conclusion. The third one, appeal to emotion and the pity. Pity stories, which is based on the sympathy and emotional blackmailing. If you do this, if you not do this, so you will put that argument. Kindly give me an A if I will lose my GPA, so I will have a very bad time. You are responsible for that. So this one is all. This type of argument is completely based on emotional manipulation. Well, appeal to fear and the flattery, when you give some sort of threatened situation to win the argument, or you use some flattering word, and by saying, by appraising unnecessary, and then you will case your argument, put your argument as an valid one. Appeal to personal attack. This is also known as ad hominem, where you target on a personal character, not on a issue. You will leave the issue and you will target here personal character or personal values. So this one is an argument against the person, not argument against an argument. So this one is also the fallacy. Fallacy of poison the well. Poison the well means when you suppose that your opinion will always be put the wrong word and always treated as unsound. So you have in mind, your mind is filled up with the poison about the opinion of the other and your rivals in the opponent, and you suppose that, and you relate that thing to your opponent point of view by presuming that there is unsound argument. Red herring. Okay, red herring is quite distraction, is quite away from the topic. So fallacy presumptions tell you the accident. The further division is accident, complex question, begging the question, and one more subdivision also, which is called slippery slope. In accident, what we have an accident, we have a contextual situation in which context these things are said and in what manner. Complex question, where we put the question and question are already imposed in the answer. So begging the question, this is also called the secular reasoning. When you start the question, you will end the answer, and you will be repeat all those words by saying that this road is very busy because there is a lot of traffic. So busy and the traffic both have the same meaning. This is a circular one. Fallacy of relevance have further divided into five. First one is appeal to emotion, where emotion manipulation are put forward to present the argument. Appeal to pity. You use the pity stories and sympathy by proving your argument. Appeal to threaten and the force and the fear situation. An argument against the person. You will leave the argument. You will not collect evidence and statistics to defend your argument. You will do the attack on a personal ground and a personal character. Irrelevant conclusion, where the conclusion and the premises never match with each other. So these are the fallacy of relevance, and furthermore relevance are there, like a personal attack. We have done it. To go looking who is talking, any you will see the opinion of the other, and this is also called the poison the well, which means you will always taking your opinion and the rival, as they is always delivering the wrong words, and he's doing always the unsound argument. Appeal to pity and emotion using the sympathy stories, bandwagon, the popular argument. Everybody, a majority say that, so this one, that's the reason this one is also correct. Or strawman and the red herring, and the both have this meaning which distract from the main issue. And equivocation we discussed later on. Equivocation means when you relate one word to the other with their different meanings, with the different meanings. Begging the question is the circular reasoning. These are the fallacy of relevance. And fallacy of defective induction is divided into four. Argument from the ignorance. Argument from the ignorance, you will ignore some important key expect and the facts there, and you will be passed on the judgment without collecting that fact. So ignorance of the fact is also committing the fallacy, and it is in the branch of fallacy of defective induction. Why it is in that branch? Because here the facts are not sufficient to justify their conclusion. Appeal to inappropriate authority, where we never use the person who is not expert opinion, who is not responsible. So always take the opinion and the advice and suggestion from the expert one. So when you put your argument by saying that anonymous name and unknown person who are not an authority, if you ask a question, what is uh, psychometry, and some celebrity tell you about the what is psychometry, because this is not the domain of him or her. This is the domain of some psychologist. So psychology is can better answer this position rather than on the celebrity who has some just few words without any understanding and the knowledge. So this is the appeal to inappropriate authority. False cause, where the cause and the effect is not related with each other. Hasty generalization, when you jump to the conclusion very quickly without providing any evidence. So, fallacy of ambiguity, it's divided into five. Equivocation, when you relate the words with the another meaning. Amphiboly, where you have different meanings, many multiple interpretations are there. Accent, too much emphasize and highlight on anything. And composition, as a part we consider the meaning different, and as a whole the meanings are quite different. And division is quite opposite of it. As a part the meanings are quite different, and as a whole the meaning is showing the different meanings. So these are the quick ones. So we have a look over the book, what the author say about all these fallacy in the chapter informal fallacy, from the book Irving Kopey. Irving Kopey is an author. Okay. Introduction to Logic. Author is Irving Kopey, and chapter is informal fallacy. So we have overview from the book, and this topic make you more understandable from the book reading, and we have a lot of examples there. So, so in this lecture, we will take the point, uh, we will clear the point of author. So Irving Kopey is an author who is an authority and who give organized well informal fallacies. Okay, from the beginning, we have to be start the fallacy of yes. Here we are. These are the title of the name. Okay, we go through from the book reading and make you more clear. Yes, informal fallacy. Informal fallacy. fallacies are numerous. Doubt in the facts, faulty argument, mistakes in argument, and logician mostly use that fallacy to trace out and spot the bad argument. So informal fallacy is divided into this manner. The first one is fallacy of relevance. I'll just see on the screen the fallacy of relevance. Fallacy of relevance shows that the premises of argument right here, the premises of argument are simply not relevant to the conclusion. So if you make a note, so you will be right in a simple way. Your conclusion must match with a premises. It must be necessary. We can further subdivide it into 7 parts. The first one is appeal to populace, as we say that appeal to people, or and appeal to emotion and the pity. Red herring, as we discussed, that there is a distraction, straw man, personal attack on a person, appeal to force, and the last one, missing point, which is also known as the irrelevant conclusion. We have a double click over it later on. The second one is fallacy of defective induction. And what is the definition of it? What is the summary of it? According to their point, the author's point of view, fallacy of defective induction. So the premises provided for the argument are weakened, are ineffective, and you can say that insufficient facts. There is a blunder. There is a blunder in providing the argument. So you can say that that argument committed fallacy of what? Fallacy of defective induction. And it is subdivided into argument from the ignorance, which is we can say that ignorance of the fact, appeal to inappropriate authority, no expert opinion, false cause and effect are not related with each other, hasty generalization. Haste make ways. Haste means hurrier. Haste means when you jump to the conclusion very quickly and you oversimplify the thing by doing any research, by making any logical pattern and the flow. Okay, the fallacy defective induction is divided into 4. Argument from the ignorance of the fact, appeal to inappropriate authority, false cause, hasty generalization, as I told previously, the fallacy of presumption. So here, uh, you will summarize into that your premises and conclusion has some presuppositions. Too much assumptions are there, or mistakenly you have some perceptions and stereotyping. Your conclusion is depend on it, unwanted, unwarranted assumptions. So these are divided into 3 according to that copy. One is accident, complex question, and backing the question. Accident, the out of the context, complex question where the questions are buried already there. Backing the question, also known as the circular reasoning. The fourth one, the last one, fallacy of ambiguity. And ambiguity means equivocal use of word or phrase. We use the word, use the phrase in that manner, their meanings are quite different. Meaning different from the same word or the phrase in another part of an argument shows that quite different meaning. So it is divided into 5: equivocation, amphiboly, assent, accent, composition, and division. So we will double click over it. The fallacy of relevance, the conclusion of it, that is a quite irrelevant. The premise is irrelevant to the conclusion. The first one is appeal to populace, which is called argumentum and populum. Argumentum and populum, it means argument to the people. Argument to the people. When you appeal the emotion and say that this person is patriotic or this person is not patriotic, this person is anti, uh, we use the word, we argue against the people. We not argue against the argument. When we label and use the propaganda by this someone character assassination or putting some marks and label on some person. So fallacy, uh, that is appeal to populace, shows that an informal fallacy in which the support given for some conclusion is an appeal to popular belief, also known as argument at popular, right? Okay, you do reading for from this slides or book also. Appeal to emotion, which is subdivided into appeal to pity, ad misericordiam. Appeal to pity, it means mercifulness, merciful heart. When you use sympathy, and justice should be tempered with mercy. So whenever you take the judgment, you will be become a neutral one and never use emotion to understand the things. So you kept aside your emotion to understand. Appeal to pity, appeal to pity. Use your generosity or merciness or reason. Like in cases in civil suit, and some clients show the offer, so say by saying that a criminal has a very poor living standards, that's why he habitual to snatch the things. So this is not the valid reason to provide the base the argument, because he used the pity stories, he used the pity stories to justify their act. So this is a fallacy, appeal to pity. And after that, yes, red herring. So red herring, where you deliberately divert the topic from the main issues and focus the direction. And it means expect you will completely distract, right? Attention is deflected. Readers or listeners are drawn to some aspect of topic under discussion, by which they are led away from the issue that had been focus of discussion, right? And you do the discussion by keeping away from the main focus and the main point. It's called the red herring. Straw man against, it is much easier to win a fight against a person made of straw than against one made of flesh and blood. If one argue against some view by presenting an opponent position as that is easily torn apart, the argument is fallacious. Such argument commit the fallacy of straw man. Straw man means when you win the argument by fight against a person, or you never you never presenting your argument with the strong facts and figures. So argument against the person is quite abusive, in which psychologically when you put some mark on my label that this one is not person, this one is not a serious person. So argumentum ad hominem is quite abusive. And argument ad hominem is circumstantial. Circumstances of one who make reject some claim have no more bearing on the truth of what is claimed than what does. That mistake made the circumstances from the ad hominem fallacy. It means what? The personal opposing argument rejecting the conclusion, and putting and showing that relation with the some affiliation with the some political affiliation parties, and showing the nationality and related to the some big giant organization. So this one is the argument ad hominem, labeling, tagging, and use the influence. Poisoning the well. A variety of abusive and hominum argument. Hominum means argument against the person, in which continued rational exchange is undermined by attacking the good faith or intellectual honesty of the opponent. when you crush the intellectual honesty of the opinion, but by blaming and abusing and doing the personal attacks on it, and label as this one is nationalist, this one is anti corrupt person. So this argument is not good, not right. So you will take the attention of the jury by putting the personal argument over it. Appeal to force, a fallacy in which the argument rely upon open or threat of the force. Appeal to force, appeal to stick, when you use the threatened word and the threatened situation by winning the argument. And this one is not replaced with the rational judgment. Might makes the right. So never when you say that the might has right, and those who have a power, who give the argument, who win the argument. So appeal to force is that type of argument where you forcefully and threateningly uh, try to win the argument, justify the argument by threaten. Okay, it is a summary. Fallacy of relevance, appeal to popular, committed, offer for some conclusion is inappropriate, appeal to emotion, fear, envy, pity, sympathy, all these are the pity emotion. Red herring, when someone distract from the main topic and mislead and make you confuse more. Strawman, when the position of one opponent is misrepresented and distorted position is made the object. And argument against the person, the substance of some position attacking the person is consequences of his special circumstances is not good. Appeal to force using the threat. So fallacy of defective induction. Here the authors say the premises are not relevant and the meanings not match up with the conclusion because the evidence and the facts provided is not sufficient. And the subdivision is argument from the ignorance. Argument from the ignorance. Something is true because it has not been proved false, and false because it has not been proved true. This is an ignorance of the fact. Fallacy in which two premises are too weak or inefficient to warrant the conclusion. This is an argument from the ignorance. And the next one is argument, the appeal to inappropriate authority. So, this fallacy is committed when someone argues that a proposition is true because an expert in a given field has said that it is true. So this is an appropriate one, but no one is an expert opinion, and they will putting an argument that considered to be unsound. The fallacy is predicated upon the feeling of respect that the people have for the famous, for expert opinion, not necessarily if someone is celebrity and say put the some argument necessarily mean they are always doing the right. Uh, Wrong argument. So appeal to inappropriate authority, a fallacy in which a conclusion is accepted as true because suppose that some expert has said that and that's why it's true. False cause, argument non causal pro causal. Causa it means was what false cause, a false fallacy in which something that is not really the cause of something else is treated as its cause. What does it mean? Treated as seriously mistaken to understand the cause. The nature of connecting between the cause and effect is wrong. The great inflation is because of inflation rate. Post hoc, a fallacy in which an event is presumed to be closely preceding the event. After this, therefore, because of this. Post hoc, a false cause. You have two alternate position, either or. Either you choose this and either you choose that. Slippery slope, a fallacy in which a change in particular direction is asserted to lead inevitably to further change. Fallacy of composition. A fallacy of composition is a branch of fallacy of ambiguity in which an argument assign attribute to the whole to the collection based on the fact that the part of the whole a member of the collection have those attributes. As a whole, the meaning is considered for the part. Here I give the example of NaCl, sodium chloride. As a whole, meaning give you the different, and the separately as a part, it has different meaning. Division. A fallacy of division is simply the reverse of fallacy of composition. Here, the fallacy what is true of whole must be the true of its part. Like dogs are carnivorous, one hounds, dogs, therefore a one. These are the as a whole meanings are different, but as a part meanings are not related. So these are the fallacy presumptions. Overview over it. Excellent, complex question, backing the question. Fallacy of ambiguity. Fallacy of ambiguity, where the mistakes different senses in conclusion, and the conclusion is completely depend on the unclear meaning. Equivocation, informal fallacy caused by the shift in equivocation, when you relate one word to the another words in a different situation and providing the different meaning. Amphiboly, in which we lose awkward a combination of the words can be interpreted, technical terms and jargons are used, and those words which can't be understand in that scenario. Uh, Another one, accent. So most of the meanings are quite different. Most commonly, that shift in equivocation, as noted earlier, the shift is the result of a change in emphasis. When you put too much emphasis on a single word and on a phrase, whose meaning does not change. When you highlight it, when you put mark, and when you too much emphasize on any word on the phrase, that meaning that makes the argument differently. Composition. Uh, the attribute of the part of a whole to the attribute of the whole itself. As a whole, the meanings are quite different, and as a part, the meaning are changed. The collective meanings are different, and the separate meaning is different, and the opposite of it is quite division. Uh, the meaning as a whole, the meaning are quite different. When we divide into the smallest part, their meanings are quite different. NaCl, sodium chloride, when it's divided into two, sodium and chloride. Both are poison itself, but when they get together, NaCl show that it is not poison. So as a division, meanings are quite different, and as a whole, meaning are changed. So these are the quick revision over it. Equivocation, two or more meanings or words that give confusion. Amphiboly, where loose, awkward, mistaken words are combined, and alternative, many multiple possible meanings are there. So we not clear the meanings and are not clear. Too much vagueness are there. Accent, when you highlight on a key terms on any phrase, or highlighting, marking, measuring, and doing the bold. Too much emphasis on a single word on a phrase, and that lead to the fallacy of ambiguity. Composition, inference is mistaken drawn from attribute as a whole to the attribute the whole as a part itself. In division, as a part the meanings are different, but as a whole the meaning is changed. So these are the quick revision of fallacy of ambiguity. Yes, these are the final words to get review over it. That is fallacy of relevance, the appeal to populace. When correct reasoning, there is not correct meaning, emotional attachment are there, appeal to emotion, pity, pride, envious, red herring, where someone is distracted, deliberately mislead the others, audience, a straw man, when deliberately misrepresenting represent the opponent position, opponent point of view. This is called the straw man, label as nationalist, label as traitor. The attack on a personal attack. When correct reasoning is about issues replaced by attacking on someone character and some special circumstances of opponent. Appeal to force. This is replaced by the threatened situation, and from the force and the threat, they effort to win the accent, win the argument. So that's all about the fallacy. And we will meet in the next session with a new topic, categorical syllogism. So fallacy, the topic fallacy is now completed. We have done from the slides, and then we take the overview from the book, Arvind Kopi, Introduction to Logic. I hope you will be understood well.